22-0. Can SSG make a comeback here? They took a bit of a break. Will it be enough?
Great start coming out of Trippy. Picking up exactly where he left off, and he was able to get camouflaged last on that map of Solitude. Well, he's gonna once again combine shock and camo, and the last time he did it, SSG felt his presence.
The presence is being felt, and the ball time is being added on. This is really good by the side of better, and Trippy is on one today. Not a shot missed by this man, and a triple kill, and a killing spree to boot.
Trippy is playing like a man absolutely possessed right now. Forget possessed, pissed right now. This man is playing like he's had a chip on his shoulder, and this is what we've been talking about literally since before the season started. Do not make Trippy mad. This is what ends up happening. Look at the freaking scoreboard. It's 42-0 right now, and SSG have started off in a hole. Meanwhile, Trippy is digging it 6 feet under.
You love to see this out of Trippy. Another reason to win here. One of those intangibles that just make you feel a different way. He's not missing right now, and they continue to charge him. Snakebite finally shutting him down, but quickly traded out. 60-0, Tony. It's SSG that haven't scored a point.
Finally able to heat check Trippy a bit, but you still got the rest of this better roster to deal with. Falcade is sitting with 4 kills and 3 assists, watching the cross perfectly as Eco tries to make it. Snakebite is having some presence over towards the camouflage jump, but better are aware of it. Snakebite and Space Station Gaming have to fight their way out of this, and it looks like they're successfully able to do that.
It's all about these kills on the pipe side. Lucid finally catching some fire a little bit here, and they'll have a solidified setup for the moment on A. I say solidified, but it's broken in half immediately. Snakebite's in a 1v1. Stellar's trying to assist him, but at least the camo goes into SSG's hands. It might be a great start for better, but this is nowhere near over if you're talking about Space Station Gaming.
Fresh off of a 3 down, and Stellar's able to grab a hold of this camouflage, but Falcade gets a hold of him, willing to give up his life to make sure that he gets rid of the camo, and the rest of the pieces still falling though. Meanwhile, SSG still scoring.
This is good. This is good time by SSG. The forced play ball does occur though, and that's because it's a high pressure on the pipe side here from Team Better. Snakebite, I'm sorry, was the only one in position. He does play the ball, but can't stay alive for too long. It was 3 down momentarily, SSG.
75-17 lead in favor of Team Better. We've seen Space Station Gaming play well in spurts so far this round, but most of it has belonged to Better. Snakebite finds an opportunity to attack Penguin, but mind you, look what Better do. They simply rotate that ball away from the SSG push. This is absolutely brilliant coming out of Better.
At one point in Slays, it was 23-13, Tony. Better are completely outslaying SSG. It's allowing them so much space on the map. Finally, the ball is played, but SSG really need to start getting those wins in those individual pivs like you see there on a Lucid. That's got to happen because, I mean, they're going to need something here. Some ball time being added, but here comes Trippy.
One thing that we've noticed from this Better roster is, I will say, as far as just overall players willing to play the objective, willing to slay, willing to do whatever it takes to win, it feels like Better have just a better balanced roster than a lot of the teams that are in the league right now. And with the final seconds going down and Better up 2-0 in the series, they are literally 1 round away from upsetting SSG 2 weeks in a row.
I mean, look at that. Look at these shots, Tony. I mean, Trippy's just on one today, and the score at the very end. You see it right now at the top left of your screen. Trippy and Falcade, double digit, both of them. Suppressed 100 points of oddball time. In game number 1, he got, I don't even know, I think it was 30 assists. Game number 2, he got 18 assists in a Slayer. Now he's doing ball object. Now he's holding the ball for the entire game. I mean, I love to see this out of this Better roster. You said it best yourself, Tony. They're very well versatile.
Small lead in favor of Space Station Gaming, and allowing Stellar to get away with the shot can't be in the playbook for better, and neither is maybe Bot walking in front of Stellar right there. Bit of Halo timing, if you will, but Stellar gets the back smack onto Trippy, and although Falcon has the shock, he still has 3 members of SSG to deal with, but apparently says no problem as he literally obliterates the head of Snakebite and then has Lucid in his sights as well, and Falcon with the movement and the repositioning, loving this out of him. They're gonna send 2 after him. He's gonna deal.
Oh,
there's no way. There's no Falcated way. I was gonna say something else.
I'm gonna start using that from now on. Keep it family friendly. No Falcated way. That just happened. What a massive double there. And again, that's showcasing the, I would just say, the individual prowess of these kids on better today. They are just playing better today. That's what it comes down to. You know, it's just, they're on fire. They maybe had a better warm up. They're maybe feeling better, but they're not losing individual fights. And that just makes it really difficult for SSG.
Snakebite aggressive over towards Falcon, able to clear out the gold side of the map, but still having the A side to address right now. But luckily, it's Stellar on the pinch, and that was perfectly played by SSG. That's the SSG you expect to see more often.
Yeah, you have to see this out of SSG. Finally, we see a bit of life. There's 3 down. Listen, I know it looks grim, but we're talking about SSG here. We're talking about 4 veteran players in the game. None of these players, all of these players, I'm sorry, on SSG have been in this situation multiple times and at times have come back from it. It's gonna take a lot, but we'll see if they can do it.
25-17 lead in favor of Space Station Gaming. Trippy taking a direct route over towards the blue side of the map. Falcon is going to grab a hold of that ball and bring it back towards gold. Both Lucid and Eco are there. It's a dangerous game that he's playing, but high risk, high reward may just pay off for Trippy and the crew. That's until the rest of SSG introduce themselves.
I love the double push right there out of SSG, and then they send 2 to the pipe door. Now they've got the pipe control, and Suppressed is really far up on the map. They might be able to take advantage of this, and look at that damage. They do.
41-21. Space Station Gaming looking very good in this round number 2. Penguin though looking even better, and that's a quick 3 down, a momentary 1v1, and Penguin was the only player on the map for a couple of seconds there.
Yeah, I was a little worried that, you know, I was going to talk about SSG's setup, but they do a great job of trading in that situation. It's just an unfortunate loss in the piv there by Snakebite, and a fortunate one by Penguin. Now he'll have ball time. They'll have potentially the lead here. Now there's the lead, and I mean, in round number 2, this is a good way to start things, especially with them being up 2-0 in the series and 1-0 in rounds.
The Penguin just like yo-yo that ball, like he like threw it out towards Whirlpool, then grappled it back to himself. It was such a random thing I saw from like SSG's point of view right there. 52-42, still in favor of better, and the Space Age Gamer are literally in a must-win situation right now.
Yeah,
like you said, down 0-2 in the series, you're down 0-1 in rounds. This is where you dig deep. This is where you figure it out. And when I think of Space Age Gaming, I think part of their appeal as a team is their ability to adapt, where they're gonna have to figure out what they need to do to adapt to what better are doing and win this round and ultimately this game.
Yeah, it's 2-2 on the map right now, so it's about these individual fights, and oh my gosh, what a beautiful fight there, won by Stellar. But again, it's a 1v1, and there have been many 1v1s in this game, but constantly it's better that come out on top. Again, Trippy is going to have ball. He's going to be able to freely rotate it towards the Hydro side in a playable position, and they continue to score here. 75 points and counting.
This is now 2 different times that we've seen better and what their playbook is. You know, draw the enemy team over towards that back A for just a second, then rotate from the A side towards tower. They're playing keep away with that ball. We saw it in round number 1. We saw it a bit in round number 2. Right here, it didn't work out as well, but that is clearly a part of their playbook.
100% it is. Snakebite, though, part of his playbook is they hit that shock rifle shot. And honestly, give Snakebite the power weapons at this point. The man has had the shock rifle for the first time, didn't miss a shot whatsoever. Unfortunately, once again, the double push comes in, and SSG are overwhelmed, Tony. They were only able to get a couple of seconds of ball time there, and another shot hit by Snakebite. It's 3 down, though, for SSG.
Saw some fantastic position out of Lucid, a great shot out of Snakebite. We're seeing again spurts where SSG are looking like the team that we expected them to look like when ultimately going into this tournament. However, the scoreboard still says they are down 46 to 82, and you are what the stats say you are. 1 minute 40 seconds on the clock. SSG are staring. Now, I almost said I guess elimination bracket in their sights. No, they're starting at going home. A loss here, and they are out of the tournament in 4th place again.
Yeah, they definitely want a different outcome. And if you're looking at last week, this is a little bit worse than last week. Obviously, last week went to a game 5 in this series. It's not over just yet, but you're right. They got to do something, and they've got to do it quick. They're getting outslayed, Tony. Look at the top left of the screen. Falcated, 27 and 14. Trippy, 23 and 18. I mean, 100 ball points for Suppress. They have to start slaying a bit more, but this better roster's not missing. So what do you do?
And once again, seeing the objective efficiency come out of them as well, grabbing hold of that ball before even getting the kill, slaying around the ball. Right now, this ball is being used as a decoy. If anything, it's sucking in the defense of Space Station Gaming, pulling them out of their space, and they're adapting to it. And SSG are just too little, too late. Trippy ends it with an oddball to the face, cracks the skull of Stellar as Trippy and Better once again pull off the upset. They're going to the top 3.
Top 3 guaranteed for